Hi everybody, this is Maureen Wong for YourNextStamp.com. Today I have this super fun pop-up card for you. On the outside it says caution, open at your own risk. And on the inside when you open it up there's a little ninja pop-up and he's saying, just kidding, here's a hug for you. So let's get started. Okay, so to start with we have our Ninja Surprise stamp set, and this was designed to go with the Ninja pop-up die set. And I have a piece of Mellow Moss cardstock in 8.5 by 11 piece, and I'm going to trim this down to at 5.5 so that I get 2 equal pieces. And one of them is going to be my card base, and the other one is actually going to be the inside pop-up mechanism. So what you're going to need to do is the end size of this piece of cardstock is going to be 8.25 by 4. So you can either cut it down now or you can cut it down after, which is what I'm going to do in this case. So let me put away my trimmer and take out my mini scoreboard, and what I'm gonna do is, since I haven't trimmed this down, I'm still gonna score it at 4.25. And you know what, I just made a big mistake right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as my card base, because with the pop-up we're not supposed to score all the way through the center. So I'm just gonna set this one aside. This is my card base. I'm going to set that one aside for later, and I'm going to take my other piece and be a little bit more careful. Now let me show you how this works. The actual Ninja pop-up die looks like this, and it has these 2 lines sticking out on the sides. And what those lines are they're supposed to go on the center score line. So what you're going to need to do is find your center score line and then place your die on this. And they're right exactly in the middle. The actual embossed line of the die is in the middle of these little things that are sticking out. So you're going to figure out where you want your Ninja. And so you can see that you can place it, you know, for instance, all the way over to this side, all the way over to this side. You can even overhang it if you want it to be really, really close to the edge. But what you're going to do is basically figure out where you want it, and then you're going to score up to it. And let's say I want it here, so I'm going to run my line here, and then because I can't tell where it is on the other side, I'm going to just flip it around and score a little bit on this side. And you can put a little bit of the score inside of this area. You just don't want to score anywhere inside the Ninja body. So I have put my score lines in there, and then what I'm going to do is take my Ninja, and hopefully you can see there's the score line right there. I'm going to line up this, the middle part of it, right with that score line that I just made on both sides. And sometimes if you feel it, you can feel the embossed line of the die go into that score line. But sometimes you can't, so just look at your die. It should be, the embossed line on the other side should be right in the middle of that tab sticking out, and so you're going to place it right in the middle of your score line. And I decided I wanted mine a little off to the side, so here you can see I have this lined up, and this is going exactly into the center on that side and exactly into the center on this side. And then I'm going to tape that down with blue painter's tape and run that through my die cut machine. Okay, so it may look like it didn't do anything, but once I carefully peel the tape away, and you want to do that carefully to make sure that you don't rip up any bits of your cardstock. And now you can see that it actually has cut my ninja out, and it's also finished the score line all the way up to the ninja body. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. You can see that little extra bit of score line right there. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your ninja, and this is going to be a valley fold. So we're going to valley fold it, and it's just going to start popping into place. You pop your ninja out, push him from the back forward, and then you're just going to fold this like a valley, and then you're going to smash it flat, and there is your ninja card. And this is the reason why I cut it a little, I cut it after, I trim it after I do my scoring and cutting, is because you might get it a little bit crooked like I have here, and it's just very, very slight. So what I'm gonna do is now take my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut off the excess. Now once you have it folded, what you're gonna do is cut off 1/8 of an inch on each side. So let me put that in, and 1/8 of an inch in is there. And I'm actually going to run it from the top of my card because that's where the fold line is. And then I'm going to actually flip this over and cut the next 1/8 again from the top because that's where the fold is. Okay, and then I'm going to do the bottom, and that's at 4 1/4, so we're going to bring it down to 4 1/8. And this time it doesn't matter if I go from top or bottom. And now what that has done has perfectly squared up. You can see my card is no longer crooked. It's perfectly square, and it's perfectly sized to fit in my card base. I know that's a little bit hard to see because it's tone on tone, but you can sort of see right there that it has an even margin all the way around. Okay. Okay, and the next thing you're going to do is make the ninja's face, and that's what these two funny elongated ovals are for. If you used black cardstock for your base, or something really, really dark, like a dark brown or something, that can work for the eyes. The only thing you'll need to cut out is this one with the 2 circles in it, and that's going to be the skin tone for the face. And then you can put it on the back. And if you like this, that's fine too. If you want to have him have green eyes or whatever color your cardstock is, if you want your ninja to have that color eyes, you just need to cut out the one that has the 2 holes in it. However, if you want your ninja to have black eyes or whatever other color eyes, then you cut out the solid oval, and then that goes underneath the face oval and makes that particular color eyes. So there you can see how that would look. And so to assemble it, I'm just going to run some, actually I'm going to take some tacky glue, because I don't want to run my ATG over those eye holes and get sticky eye holes. So I'm just going to line this up, and it will fit exactly on top of that solid oval. And there you go, you have a little ninja face with little black eyes. And then I'm going to put some glue, some glue on the back of that. And then I'm going to lay my ninja flat and put his little face on. Okay, so there you go. That's your finished ninja. Now, one thing that we included in the set for him to hold is a little cupcake, but it's really fun because you can go through your other die sets and look for other little shapes that he can hold. And I'm doing this on the outside, so let me put my card down. And so I'm using the caution, and this is just one big stamp. And what I'm going to do is get out my A2 guide, my centering guide, so I have some lines to work on so I can make sure that my caution sign is straight and centered. There we go. And then the open at your own risk is going to go right down here. And I want that centered as well. Okay. And now I'm going to pick up those two stamps. And I'm going to use my favorite go-to ink for sentiments, which is my VersaFine Onyx Black. And I really would recommend something like the VersaFine because these are some big solid areas and you really want good coverage on this. So the VersaFine works really, really well for this, and I would recommend it. So I'm just going to stamp those down. And it looks like I have a little something on my, whoops. I had a little something on my stamp. So let me just stamp that again, which is the beauty of the MISTI. I can stamp again exactly in the same place and not have to worry about a double image. Okay, and that's perfect, and I actually like the double inking because that's really, really striking and solid. So I'm just going to remove these now and clean them later. And then I'm going to take the inside of my card. And here you have options about where you want to put your sentiments on the inside. There's actually space up here at the top, and there's space down here at the bottom. So you can use the top and the bottom like I'm going to do in this instance, or you can just use the top, like I would put my happy birthday up here, and then you can have your message to your recipient down here. Or you can just use the bottom and then have a smaller area for you to write. So I'm just going to take out the Just Kidding, and again I'm going to use my grid to line that up, and I'm actually going to put this off to the side. I don't want it in the center. Right there. And then on the bottom I'm going to have the Here's a Hug for You. Well, let me take that one up first. And I'm going to stamp that Just Kidding, again with my VersaFine Onyx Black. Okay, there's my Just Kidding. And then I'm going to take out the, where did I put it? Oh, Here's a Hug for You. Let me get my, and just remember when you're using your centering template, if you want to make sure that you can actually use it as a centering template, you're going to have to offset your card a bit from the corner because we've cut it down so it's not a full A2 size anymore. And if you want to do that, just make sure you use your magnets to hold it down. And I am going to put this here. That looks good. And once more with my VersaFine Onyx Black. Actually, let me move the magnet down here. here's a hug for you. Okay, so that's done. And that is basically your card. So to assemble, let me just put some of this stuff away before I get ink all over my card. So to assemble, you're going to take your outside card base, make sure that it's facing the correct way, and you're going to take your inside pop-up, and you're going to put that fold in the center, match up the two folds, the inside and the outside fold, and then what you're going to do is close it down, and then I'm going to run my ATG adhesive all over the back of this, making sure that I don't put adhesive over those holes where the pop-up ninja are. But I want to make sure that I'm holding down the card, so I want to put adhesive all around that inside. So once again, I just smash that down and then line up the folds and then smash that top down. And I don't want to press this down on the ink because the ink is probably still wet. And then I'm going to go over to the other side and adhere the bottom the same way. All the way around, and then a little bit above the ninja's feet. And then I'm going to want to close it down on that. And there is your finished card. Caution, open at your own risk. And then when you open it up, there's your little pop-up ninja with the "just kidding, here's a hug for you." So I don't know if you can see that actual pop-up, but there it is. And that is my card for today. So I hope you like this new stamp and die set that I designed, and if you make anything with it, please leave a comment below so I can see it, and we'll see you over at yournextstamp.com for these and many, many other fun products. Thank you very much for watching.